All right, so we're at the beginning of our 30 for 30. We have to produce a video every single day, but unfortunately we've run into a problem. Nobody's in the office today, so you might be wondering, why in the world am I dressed like this when I live in Charleston? Well, let me show you what we're dealing with here. If this isn't already a sign. We have the first snow day in a long time. It's been 10 years since Charleston's had snow. Look at all this. I mean, this is crazy. Now, I know for a lot of you guys, snow is not a big deal, but it never snows in Charleston. So my goal is to produce an image that has a distinct Charleston look and kind of make it funny and cool at the same time. So let's pack up the car, head down there, and let's see what we can do. All right, so I can't even get my back trunk open to get the gear in, so I'm gonna try to get into the front here. Oh my gosh, I don't know how long this is gonna take. I'm gonna have to heat up the car and get this going. Forgot what it's like to have to heat up the car. It's been a while. Oh, I just pulled off all that. All right, so we got the car going. There's really nobody out on the road, but man, is it coming down. It's so hard. I can't see out any of the windows, but. You got the skis? Skis. This was probably the most thrown together photo shoot I've ever done, so Bryan and I threw around some ideas on our way downtown. All right, so here's the plan for today. We just wanted to do some sort of funny video, some kind of funny photo in Charleston, and we're trying to pick out iconic places, but it's really hard to get around in the town. So I picked out this park that everyone in Charleston would know, and I got my buddy Bryan, who's gonna dress, and he's in ski clothes, and the idea is to shoot this scene here. And what I'm using is two Photo B1s. I'm gonna have one back here firing towards me, and that's gonna backlight the scene and really give all of the snow a depth. And then I just have another photo here with a gridded beauty dish, which I may take the grid off, I'm not sure, but I'll just light him, kind of a standard fashion type of lighting. And the idea is to underexpose the scene so that it looks really crazy in the background, but then the backlight will make all the drama. All the gear's gonna get soaking wet, my hands are cold, but let's see if we can knock this out. Now, I've been around a lot of snow in my lifetime, but snow at the beach presents a lot of unique challenges. So what I'm using here is just the ProPhoto Air remote to fire the flashes, and then I'm using the Tamron, this is the 15 to 30 millimeter lens. It's gonna let me get really wide. My worry is this element is really exposed, so it's gonna get wet really quickly, and I don't know how to really remedy that, but maybe I can just dry it off here in the car. Now, what's really important when you're doing these shoots is you want to make sure you can see all of your settings. So you want to give the camera a good dusting. Keep your face towards the light, but then you can kind of make eye contact from there. You're about to be the first to ski Charleston. And what if you pull the skis out so it's got some separation? Like maybe bring the skis towards your foot, but then like lean them out. I think we're gonna head to another location and try something else, but first, are you gonna ski that?
Yeah, I don't have boots on, so it's gonna be really dangerous.
If you break something, the hospital's right there, so let me move this out of the way. After testing out the bunny hills, it was time to move to a new location. Hey Bryan, you're in luck. We got a ski rope.
Yeah, what are we gonna slide on?
Well, I mean, look at this powder out here.
I mean, skis?
We can just tie off to the chair.
Tie off to the chair?
Well, I mean, I don't have a tow hitch. I wanted the shoot at Queen Street Grocery to be kind of an editorial, casual shot, so I had our friend Kushla simply hold the B1 up above her head to just kind of give a little bit of directional light. Shooting this way would create an image that would look completely different than the last shot. driving around finding iconic areas in Charleston to do this photo shoot, and this is Broad Street, which is like the street in Charleston. What's funny about this is I think the pictures are going to turn out like commercial, you know, editorial sports photos that you might see, you know, in ESPN or Sports Illustrated, but they're gonna be in a town that would never look like this. So it's kind of hilarious. You fit the role perfectly.
For somebody who should not be in it.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
Yeah, so we're just gonna drive around and try not to get run over by these dirt bikes. We got a few more hours of daylight. The snow's really coming down, so we're gonna go down the road just a little bit further to Church Street, shoot another church that you guys might have seen if you've ever seen photos of Charleston, and just keep knocking these out. This is why I like having pro photo gear. Maybe other brands would stand up to this, but I'm not too worried about it. We got everything's wet and drying off here. But we're gonna pack up, go to another location, see if we can come up with something more ridiculous. So no photo shoot would be a legit photo shoot without a wardrobe change, so. What is that? I didn't approve this. I have no idea what we're getting into here. We're down here at Waterfront Park, and it is a blizzardy snowstorm. But look at this. If you've ever been down here, you know this spot. We shoot down here all the time. This looks so awesome. What I've been doing a little bit is I've been backlighting everything so that you get the snow to really show up in the photos. Otherwise, it looks like this in the video where everything's just kind of white. So I want to underexpose the scene. I want to backlight the subject to get the snow to show up. And then I try to light the subject from the front or the side, and I'm using the beauty dish to do that. The problem is it's very easy to make these shots look a little too flashy. Normally you'd have a whole crew out here and you could kind of overcome some of these problems, but because I just have 2 lights and it's freezing and, you know, I'm not really prepared for this, I might have to fix some of it in post or try to balance out some of the ambient light with the strobe light so that it's not super flashy and kind of crazy looking. In the end, I didn't really like the way the backlight was looking. It was spilling a lot of hard light in a weird way on the ground, so I turned that light off and just simply went with this look, a beauty dish straight on from the front. By this time, a small crowd had assembled, but I didn't expect someone to start directing my shoot. That is a good one.
All right, and then after you do that, like actually, like here, hold on.
Don't be afraid to put your hands on them. There we go. That's where it's at.
You got help?
Y'all, where are these going though? 'Cause
Yeah,
I am
that's a
politically
great
involved.
question.
Grinder is
Great
gonna
shot.
love this profile.
Yeah.
picture.
Damn right.
Oh my God. Brian, you're getting laid tonight.
That is awesome.
At this point, the light level was really dropping down and it was getting very dark, but I still had 1 shot left. I wanted to shoot the famous pineapple fountain, and as you can see in these shots, there's just no dimensionality at all. So instead of backlighting like I'd done in the past, I put the strobe off to the side and it gave a really nice side highlight. And then I used the beauty dish to take a few more shots of Brian before we called it a night. This was my favorite shot from the pineapple fountain. All right, so that's a wrap. We're losing light really quickly. I don't know that this was the greatest photo shoot ever, but it's kind of funny and fun. And when else do you get photos of skiers in Charleston? So we just wrapped up here at the iconic pineapple fountain. My hands are freezing. It's time for a beer. So let's get out of here, and hopefully this video was entertaining or informative in some way. I don't know. You learn anything today? No. So there you go. We're on a roll. But hey, 30 videos for 30 days. Fstoppers.com. We're producing a YouTube video every single day, and we tried today, but man, this one was hard. So we'll see you guys in a bit. I wound up pitching these images to a few local magazines, and one of them published the images. I got paid, and I made money on a personal shoot. If you want more information about photography, head over to fstoppers.com and check out fstoppers.com/store if you want to see our full-length tutorial so that you too can start making money in photography.